sit back, relax. We have a list of great speakers tonight. We have a lot of accomplished people, a lot of accomplished individuals, and I think you're gonna have a fun time tonight, okay? So I'd like to first introduce a homegirl from HomeBoy Industries. She's a great woman. She's a great gal. She has a wonderful family, a smile that is intoxicating, stronger than any tequila that you could have. So, I'd like to, if you could all give a round of applause for Isabel Guillen as she walks out.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Isabel Guillen, and I want to share a few words about the word fear, and I'd like to share a few intimate details of my life. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with stage 3B breast cancer. Fear is what I felt when I was given the devastating news. I didn't know what to think. My thoughts were blurred. I didn't know if I was asking my doctors all the right questions. I was consumed with fear. Immediately after, I underwent surgery for a bilateral mastectomy, followed by 7 months of chemotherapy, and finishing it off with 3 months of radiation. From the beginning, I realized I had a large support system. My family, friends, and even strangers offered in many ways I didn't imagine. Friends and family offered a shoulder to cry on and even managed to make me laugh at times. Everyone offered words of encouragement, spiritual guidance, prayers, and helped me with my children. My girlfriends even managed to get me out and dance one night as they put together a fundraiser to help me out with some bills. My sister was my biggest supporter. She held on to me and my girls and made sure to constantly remind me that I was a fighter and that I would get through this. Coming out of surgery, I found out that the whole lobby was filled with friends and family waiting to see me. But what stuck to me the most was that my brother was there waiting and was scared for me. I knew then that I meant a lot to many people. While I was consumed with fear, I realized that I wasn't alone. I was being held in a most fragile manner. Still, there was fear. And then more bad news. 3 months after my diagnosis, my father too was diagnosed with cancer. Stage 4 colorectal cancer, which has spread. My father and I fought together. We sat together for a chemotherapy and went to labs together, saw our doctors together. Some people think it's a sad story. I think it's a beautiful story to be able to share this with my father. And I guess you can say that the strength I got was from my father, always reminding me that I had 4 beautiful girls to look after and to fight for. Celeste, Alyssa, Caitlin, and Selena. I completed my treatments and went back to school. I promised my father that I would go back to school, and that's exactly what I did. I came to HomeBoy Industries about 5 years ago. I've known Father Gray for about 27 years, and he gave me the opportunity to work for him. There I met Jerry, who was my case manager, and he pushed me to go back to school, reminded me how smart I was and that I shouldn't settle for less. That it didn't matter how long it take me to finish school, what mattered was that I was going back. So I thank HomeBoy Industries and Jerry for the opportunity they gave me, and especially Father Gray. I was doing great, enrolled in my English classes, writing essays, and then from one day to another, my father got very ill, so I decided to take time off school to be with him. My father was my rock. And sadly, my father lost his battle with cancer on December 3rd, 2013. The irony I see prior to my diagnosis is that I had never met anyone who had cancer, and now I'm surrounded by patients, survivors, and those in remission, friends and families, and those who have had cancer or have lost someone to cancer, to this horrible disease. Today I work with my oncologist. I volunteer at the cancer center. I go to his private clinic, and I visit with patients who have recently been diagnosed. I meet their families to share my personal experience of hope, and soon I will start my own cancer foundation to continue helping families. I provide comfort baskets to recently diagnosed cancer patients, and this October will be my 4th annual Chavelitas Pamper Me Day, which is held over at the Boyle Heights Technology Center. This is a day where we pamper men, women, and children who are fighting or have fought this terrible disease, and also the families of those who have lost loved ones. I was told that I was nominated to speak for this dinner because of what I had overcome, and that I'm such a giving person. I really don't know what they speak of, because what I do it from my heart, and this is something that I've always done. I've been kind, and I learned to help people because of everyone who's helped me. Mr. Sanchez, who's always been there for me to support me and to guide me, allowing me to come into his class when it's full and squeeze me in because he knows that my education is important. Tonight I hold my peers up as they too pursue a higher education. We are a community rich in culture and who responds to those in need. I'm proud to be a student of East LA College, and I can't wait to transfer to USC. Sorry, Lindsay. I want to thank my family for being here today to support me. My sister, who's been my rock, holding me and supporting me and telling me that I deserve better and that I can be whatever I want to be. My mother, who's not here with me, but I know in spirit. And of course, my amazing father, who I will forever hold close to my heart. This is for you, Dad. And tonight I'm glad to be in your presence and share my story. I had this fear to speak tonight and was thinking of not showing up. But I decided to kick fear in the butt, just like I did to cancer. I see a life in a whole new color, and it's pink, baby.